Alamin ang pinakabagong mga kaganapan sa Far East Broadcasting Company Philippines sa pagpapahayag ng mabuting balita ni Hesukristo sa pamamagitan ng radyo, internet at iba pang makabuluhang gawa. Narito si Dan Andrew Cura para sa The President's Report.
Isa na namang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Sana po kayo ay nasa mabuting kalagayan. Sa araw pong ito, abay magpapatuloy po ang huling bahagi ng ating pakikipagkwentuhan sa ating pinakabagong Chief Operations Officer, si Luis Castillo, o ang tawag po namin ay Kuya Lucho. Samahan niyo po ako dito sa ating palatuntunan. Ako po ang inyong kaibigan, si Dan Andrew, para sa The President's Report. Ang ating panauhin ngayon ay ang bagong Chief Operations Officer ng FEBC Philippines, si Kuya Luis Lucho Castillo. At maya-maya po sa ating pakikipag-usap sa kanya ay magbibigay po siya ng linaw sa ilang mga gawain ng FEBC Philippines.
Now, one of the big ticket items also for FEBC is really, as you've mentioned earlier, trying to develop ourselves in the digital platform. We've been so used, we're so experts in terrestrial broadcast, antennas, transmitters, but really when it comes to the digital space, we're still trying to stretch our legs with this. So, what are the inroads in terms of trying to develop FEBC digitally?
Okay, I'll talk about digital in a social engagement, interaction context, because that's what it's really all about, engaging with our listeners and viewers. So for FEBC Philippines is to be heard not only in radio, but in relevant media that can reach those who are in need of the gospel. For digital, it's really how to engage via social media, social media through email or even through chat. So there's a multitude of platforms available in the digital space for us to be heard.
And eventually try to gather that in. I think if there's one critical item when it comes to the digital space is actually how to gather the information so that we can even hone and make our message sharper, as it were.
Yes, that's true, Kuya Dan, because one of the challenges of radio is to have that analytics, you know. But in the digital space, that's one thing that it affords us. You know, we are able to come up with analytics for us to have a better grasp of the people that we engage with, and therefore we are able to come up with programs that are relevant, that can engage them more and connect with them.
Wow. So there's really a whole lot of projects and work way ahead of us in trying to do our work. Well, you know, thank you so much for joining us. But before we end our conversation, maybe you'd like to engage our listeners and those that are listening to us through the digital space, maybe to continue to support the work of FEBC.
All right. For all those who are watching, don't forget the power of intercessory prayer. We need your prayer so that the people in FEBC will continue to do the work, in terms of bringing the gospel of Christ in its purest essence. So that's the main thing. And of course, pray that people will come work alongside us as we pursue so many things ahead in our future. And that is digital, LPFM, and all these other initiatives that we are working on.
Nako, maraming salamat kay Kuya Lucho at sa kanyang pagsama sa atin dito sa ating programa. Naway isama ninyo kami sa inyong panalangin kasama ni Kuya Lucho upang gayon din sama nyo na rin po mga pinuno, kawani at mga volunteers na tulong-tulong upang matiyak na ang gawaing sinimulan ng Diyos sa FEBC 74 years ago ay patuloy na lumago at makasabay sa mga bagong nangyayari sa ating mundo. Anumang panahon, hindi nagbabago ang ating misyon at iyon ay ipahayag ang pag-ibig at mensahe ni Hesukristo sa lahat ng mga Pilipino saan man sila naroroon. Kaya't ipanalangin ninyo na magsikap na humantong pa sa maraming Pilipino na maabot upang mabago sa tulong ng ating mga programa. Nako, muli po, maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Ito po ang inyong kaibigan, si Dan Andrew, para sa The President's Report. Manatili po kayong laging ligtas at pagpalain po kayo ng ating Panginoon.
Inyong napakinggan ang The President's Report. Kung nais ninyong maging kabahagi ng gawain ng Far East Broadcasting Company Philippines, bisitahin ang aming website donatenow.febc.ph o mag-email sa info@febc.ph para sa inyong mga katanungan o mungkahi.